The prisoner at the ice castle has escaped. The chains hanging from the ceiling have broken off and he has wandered off into the Fortnite map and nobody knows where he has gone. But today we're going to break down who this guy is, what he wants and what it means for Fortnite Season 7. This prisoner has been chained up at Polar Peak since the start of Season 7. Originally we thought that inside the iceberg over at Polar Peak was a dragon, and that's why the iceberg has been melting over these past few weeks. But it turns out that there is some sort of Fire King or a fire elemental being trapped inside the ice castle that has been melting it ever so slowly over the weeks. This prisoner has been revealed to be the Snowfall skin for Fortnite Season 7. Now on the description of this skin it says unchained and out to restore balance, which can only mean that he's going to be fighting the Ice King. On one side of the spectrum we have ice and cold, and on the other side of the spectrum we have fire, heat, burning, all of those other things. Two completely different things, complete polar opposites of one another, and he's out to restore the balance. He's out to take back the Fortnite map from the Ice King and restore balance to the Fortnite Battle Royale map and probably rid the Ice King from Fortnite Season 7, and this could lead us on to what's going to happen in Season 8. So I believe that at some point, once this prisoner gains his strength back, he's going to fight the Ice King and restore the map. Now I'm going to show you a picture of this prisoner skin on screen right now so you can see what he looks like. And as you can see, he's completely covered in ice, he's completely blue on his body because obviously he's been chained up for so long. But an interesting thing is that he's got a lock and a kind of like a chain and a prison hold over his eyes. Not on his mouth, he can still talk, not on his hands or anywhere else, he's broken out of that, but he's still got a lock on his face. And I think that if this guy is the Fire King, he might be able to shoot fire or some sort of fire beam out of his eyes. Because why else would the Ice King place a cage with a lock on it over someone's eyes? Normally what you would do is bind their feet, bind their hands, and maybe put a cage on their mouth, or maybe, you know, put a rag around their mouth so they can't talk or can't cry for help. If you're going to be kidnapping someone traditionally in films and TV shows, you rarely see or ever see someone having a cage put around their eyes. So I can only assume that this prisoner has some sort of fire ability to do with his eyes. Similar to how in X-Men you have Cyclops who can shoot red beams out of his eyes, and he has to wear some sort of special visor to control it and to contain it, and he can only let it out when he allows it to be released. So in that case, I believe that the Ice King has taken precautions against this guy and has chosen to put a cage around his eyes to prevent him from using this power. Now, with this prisoner escaping and with him out free in the Fortnite map, I believe that he's gearing up towards the final event of Season 7. This could be the last week of the season. We could see the Ice King and this fire prisoner go head to head, you know, at Polar Peak, and him destroying the Ice King and melting all of the ice. It could be at the end of ice and the start of either fire, because obviously he's seen to be a Fire King or a fire elemental. The map could take a complete 180-degree turn, and instead of being covered in ice, it's covered in fire, or he just melts all of the ice and snow and just restores balance to Fortnite. As was in his description of the skin, he's out to restore balance to the map. Now, in this Week 10 image that I'll put on screen right now, you can see that he's sitting by a fire. This makes complete sense because he's broken out of an icy prison. He's been trapped inside of the iceberg for however many weeks. He's obviously extremely cold and he needs to warm up. But why have Fortnite chosen this image specifically? I believe that Fortnite are trying to tell us that this guy is associated with fire. He misses the fire, he wants to regain control of the fire, and that's why he's sitting down by the fire, not only to warm up from the ice, but also to reconnect with his previous power. And I think this is a nice touch from Fortnite to kind of show us that he's reconnecting with this, and he likes the fire, and he wants to be part of it once again. All that's left to do now is for us to wait. The iceberg has melted to the point where we've seen the prisoner, we've seen the iceberg getting smaller and smaller, we've seen the chains, we've seen parts of his body at some point, and now he's escaped. If you go to the castle right now, there is no prisoner. The chains have been broken. The pedestal that he was standing on is completely barren, and he's wandered off into the Fortnite map, presumably to hide from the Ice King to gain his strength before fighting him in a massive event. We have no idea how this is going to play out. We have seen the Ice King in the map before with the whole Ice Ball event. The Ice King was inside of the Ice Ball and covered the entire map in ice. So we know that Fortnite aren't afraid to include live action characters and skins in their events, so we could be seeing a type of head-to-head combat, fire versus ice, and ultimately the Fire King coming out on top and restoring the balance to the Fortnite map, going into Season 8 and melting all of the snow and ice, and maybe he'll stick around for Season 8, who knows. This guy could be the centerpiece for future events in Fortnite, but we'll just have to wait and see. But let me know what you guys think of this in the comments below. I want to hear your guys' theories as to what you think is going to happen towards the end of Season 7. Are they going to have a fight? Is the map going to be covered in fire in Season 8? Let me know what you think. But with that, thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on it. If you're new here and want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. But anyways, my name has been Sleekozzy, and I will see each and every one of you in my next video. Goodbye, guys.